Unpacking a standard, the first thing that we would like you to focus on is this first question of a PLC. What do we want all students to know? So if you notice on the top of the unpacking form, you have the place for you to copy and paste the standard itself. So that's what goes up in this box. Then down here we have these kind of columns that are asking you a series of questions related to the standard. So the purpose of this is so that you really understand what the standard is asking. And so the first question's all around what do we want, what will students do? So skills and verbs related to the standard. Maybe the standard's around writing, so you'd write the word writing there. Maybe it's around understanding, so you'd write the word understanding there. It's really what are the skills that are connected to this standard itself. And then concepts like, is it related to a specific content area? Is it related to algebra? Is it related to numbers of base 10? What concepts is it connected to? And those were math examples, obviously. And then context. So within what context does this skill supposed to happen? So like for example, in the reading standards, a lot of the reading comprehension standards are expected that the context would be from a text. Or the writing standards are saying, obviously, writing. So is there a context where this standard is happening? DOK level, what DOK level would we find question types that align, or what DOK level would the question types align to? And then lastly, imperative vocabulary. So keeping in mind, like the standard itself is going to have vocabulary that if the kids don't know these words, then they can't do the skills related to the standard. Those are the types of vocabulary words that we're looking for when we're talking about unpacking. I get academic vocabulary, and we should reinforce academic vocabulary, absolutely. But here, this is related just to the specifics of the standard. The last section is for you or for your team to write specific learning targets that relate to this standard. So, and feel free to kind of chunk those skills into their own learning targets. That's totally fine, because a lot of standards you wouldn't just teach all at one time. You'd maybe pull them apart for a series of lessons. So if this stretches, that's totally fine. The big idea is to remember this is all so that we can get a common understanding of what the standard is asking. If for your own design you change the learning targets or something like that, that's totally up to you. This is for common understanding.